Hi guys, this is Miss Johnston. You can also call me Miss TJ because I know there are lots of Johnstons in the building. It can be a little bit confusing. This video is just to kind of walk you through our classroom syllabus and our online learning expectations. If you're watching this video, then you found it from the assignment on Google Classroom, which is good. That's where it should be. Okay, so there we go. It's a little better. So our class theme this year for our English 10A class is going to be cultural diversity. Now, by that, I mean that we're going to be focusing on literature that does not come necessarily from our culture, our Southern United States culture. I'm going to try to be using lots of different stories, plays, poems, etc. that come from other cultures that we're maybe not as familiar with. So hopefully it'll be an interesting bit of fun for us all. So we have 3 units in this class. We have Unit 1, which is citing textual evidence. In that unit, you are going to be writing an informative essay on one of the articles that we're going to read. You're also going to write an argumentative essay, which will be your first on demand. And then we will also have our Unit 1 test right before Christmas break. Unit 2 is literary elements. This is where we're going to focus on your personal narrative and another on-demand essay. And again, there will be a unit test at the end of this unit. Our 3rd unit is focused on the central idea. We will have one other on-demand essay there, as well as a unit test. So get excited. So there are lots of ways that you can reach me, whether we are in person on our AB schedule or if we are on non-traditional instruction, NTI. You can always email me. My email is there. You can call me at my school number, but what might be easier is to actually text my Google Voice number. It's not my personal phone number, and I only check it when I am at work. So there's that. Also, there will be Google Meet office hours. This is in particular if we're on NTI. Then I will have several hours a week where I will just be open. You can come to the Google Meet, ask any question that you want. But there will always be an announcement on Google Classroom telling you when that is. How I will reach you, especially if we are not physically in class, is on Google Classroom. I will post announcements and videos and assignments and all of that every week. So you should always refer to that first before asking me any questions, because more often than not, the answer is going to be there. So in this class, all of the week's assignments are opened on Sunday at 8 a.m. every single week. You'll know what you're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday if you look at Google Classroom on Sunday morning. Now, if you end up turning in work late, it is always docked 25%, whether it is 10 minutes late or 10 days late. It is 25% off the top. After we complete a unit, I will not accept makeup work from that unit. Otherwise, I end up at the end of a trimester grading 50 different assignments that should have been turned in months ago. It's not very good for anybody. So, our class breakdown is right here. The most important thing in this class are your essays and projects, specifically your essays. If you don't do all of your essays, it is highly likely you will not succeed. You won't pass my class. Assessments like those unit tests, 20%. Classwork and participation, 20%. RTI, 10%. And final exams, also 10%. So, of course, we are still going to do our RTI work. Mostly it is grammar instruction. You'll have 1 to 2 practice activities and then a quiz at the end of the week. It's not so bad. Okay, so during in-person instruction, and in general, if we're on the AB schedule, then you are expected to complete your work even on the days you are at home. You are still in school. on at-home days. So if you don't complete your work at home, you're going to receive a 0, or if you turn it in late, you're going to have that 25% taken off the top for the lateness. So please, even if you do not physically come to school that day, know that it is your responsibility to check Google Classroom and to do your work that is posted that day. Come to school prepared, obviously. So if you know that you're going to be absent, then you need to be proactive and let me know. It's going to be the best course of action for everybody. Your work is still on Google Classroom and you are still expected to complete it. Still expected. For sickness, you may have 1 to 2 extra days to complete the work without penalty, just as you would if you were sick and didn't come to school for a day normally. Obviously, come to school on the days you're supposed to. It is incredibly, incredibly important to be present, to be in the classroom, to be with everybody else. It really is better for your learning in normal circumstances. Okay, obviously, be respectful. This one down here is actually an important one, especially if we are doing more online stuff. I actually have an assignment this week where you are going to write me an email in the manner that you should, because if you start emailing me in a disrespectful manner, I am going to email you back to rewrite your email and make it respectful and send it again, and then I'll answer your question. It's an important life skill for college, for jobs, for everything. Okay, if we are at school, you need to bring your Chromebook every single day because all of our assignments are on Google Classroom every single day. Obviously, paper, pencils, highlighters if you want them, etc. Now, while you should bring your Chromebook to class each day, and we will complete work on it, you should not be on your phone during class, just like normal, especially not while I'm talking, especially not while we're doing work. I could go list a million different reasons about distracting your brain, about how much harder it is to pay attention, about how much less information you retain, etc., etc., etc. But you guys know. You know. Okay, cheating. All assignments will be checked on Google Classroom for plagiarism. If you plagiarize your assignment, it's an automatic 0. If you share answers with another classmate in any of my classes, you both will receive 0s. This past trimester, I actually had a student send her essay to another student so that she could read over it. That student stole that essay, submitted it as her own, and they both received 0s. It's in my syllabus. That's what happens. You're expected to submit original work. I also really don't care what the internet says about what we're learning. I care about what you think and what you have to say about it. Please don't use the internet to cheat. Okay, when we are in school, masks are required. If you refuse to wear a mask, or if you repeatedly wear your mask incorrectly, you will be written up and or sent to the office. If I have to continually tell you to pull your mask back on your nose, you are just getting written up. Desks are spaced 6 feet apart, and you are supposed to remain in your seat unless otherwise stated. And when the bell rings, of course, go immediately to your next class. Now, let's talk about NTI, if/when we are doing non-traditional instruction. So, you are supposed to be doing work for this class about 5 hours a week. I'm trying not to give you more than that, obviously. I'm not trying to overload you by any means, but you should expect to work 5 hours each week on this class. You should be breaking up the day so you're not overwhelmed. So you are in charge of your learning, but you're also in charge of your own mental health, which is incredibly, incredibly important, especially when you look at the negative side effects that the pandemic has been having on our mental health. It's hard. It's really hard, and I know it's hard, but we still have to do our work, and we have to manage ourselves, and we got to figure it out. So always seek help when you need it. Please reach out to me. I love being reached out to through respectful emails, etc. I am here to help you. So don't hesitate to get in touch. All of the week's assignments are opened on Sunday, but they have different deadlines. So you'll have something due Monday, something due Tuesday, etc., etc., etc. I don't know if you learn anything if you don't do your work. So please do your work. And there's always going to be feedback on your assignments in Google Classroom, especially with your essays and things like that. You need to sign into the classroom and complete your work daily. And sometimes we're going to have discussion assignments where you can talk and discuss with your peers respectfully and hopefully in a fun way. So, communication expectations. There will be office hours, as I said earlier, offered each week on Google Meet. You need to attend a Google Meet or have a phone conference with me every 2 weeks or so. Now, I am filming this a couple of weeks ahead of time, so I don't know if we're going to be on NTI or AB schedule when we start this trimester. But if we are for sure on NTI for a while, then it will become an assignment that you have a Google Meet with me. You sign up for a time. We have 5 to 10 minutes to talk, figure things out, ask any questions you have, things like that. So that is TBD, to be determined. Attendance obviously is very important. Make sure you complete all the assignments in the proper place. Now, for attendance on NTI, to be counted present, I have to have work from you. If you don't do that day's work, then you were not present that day. So keep that in mind. Okay, I will let you read through most of these on your own, but I will contact you if you're falling behind, and I post all of my assignments all at once. All of your grades are updated mostly in Infinite Campus. I go by the Infinite Campus one, not the Google Classroom one. The Infinite Campus one is the important one. I monitor the assignments for academic dishonesty. Again, that's cheating. Virtual office hours each week, available by text or call on Google Voice as well. If you do happen to get sick, like legitimately sick, let me know, and we will work together on getting your work finished in a timely manner. Now, if we do have online meetings, pick a quiet spot, be on time, don't be watching TV or your phone. Don't come in with no shirt on. Do your best to learn. Be respectful, be prepared. Now, the important thing here, I do understand that this is difficult. This entire year has been difficult in different ways for everyone. And it's been terrible in a lot of ways for everyone. But we're at the point where now we understand our expectations, and now we have to work really hard and persevere together. We can't control these circumstances, but we can control how we behave and how we adapt under these circumstances. So think of this as an opportunity to get better, to improve, to really focus on those skills that you actually need in your life and your future. I want you to succeed this year, but you have to be willing to put in the work, even if the school year is different, better, or worse. So, that being said, I believe in you. I know you can do it, and we can do it together. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you need any help with anything. If you are struggling, I'm here to help you. We're going to get it done. Okay, that is the end of that presentation. My Chromebook is slow. There we go. Very good. Okay. Again, any questions, just let me know, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.